What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the Degenerators. I am Caseytime. I'm here with Derek the Dude.
Whoa, whoa.
Derek, how we doing, man?
Oh, man, we're doing great. It's another day in paradise around here.
Another day in paradise.
How are you doing? You don't know? We don't know? All right, cool. Well, we're going to have a great day together.
Exactly.
With my boy, it's Caseytime.
Fuck
we're going to turn up. He's really excited to tell you about something that's about to happen. I couldn't care less. It's fucking whatever.
Oh, you talking about HGH? You've been really excited to talk about HGH the last, I don't know, 8 episodes. And...
Yeah, we all take a little slide.
Yeah.
It's a little off season right now.
How was your week?
A little off season.
In
HGH. I don't keep track of that. You keep score.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he was 0-3.
Oh, the audience needs to know. It takes skill to get 3 on the right side. So
he was 0-3, and whatever makes him sleep better at night. You know, I'm 2-0 so far. I fucked up, and I have a pick going tomorrow. But,
should be a DNP. But.
And these are our HGH picks. If you are new to the podcast, these are our gambling picks that we do at the end of every episode. They are our picks that we make with our head, with our guts, and with our hearts. We also have a juice parlay that we have never hit. We're both 0-10 on that. But one day we're going to hit it, and it's going to be sick. I wouldn't fade it. I'm going to be on, or I wouldn't tail it if I was the audience.
But I wouldn't fade it either, so take your pick.
Good point. Great point.
It's on you.
We haven't lost all of them, so we've been consistent on that
you
front.
can you know, split it up, figure it out, take the ones out you don't like, whatever.
Yeah.
Or just not touch it at all. That's fine too.
These are true, man.
But he did win, so he gets to open the pack. And before we came on screen, he did a little duck race.
I did a duck race, and it was the least cool pack I could have hit. But it's still, I mean, there's still an ability I might be able to hit a monster in here.
Jordan.
We need our Jordan savior, Jordan Alvarez. Go Stros. I could also get Bo Bichette. Rookies or Luis Robert Lubob
Jr. Luis Robert Jr.
Yeah, he's a junior. Yeah.
Who might be traded today? Yeah. Who knows?
It's a good point.
He's on the block. He's on the block.
I mean, everybody on the White Sox needs to be traded. My God.
White Sox, yeah, they're gonna have a fire sale. Well,
they're in a seller's market though. They're gonna be loaded. I guess
they'll be fine.
3 years.
They'll be fine.
Alrighty, what do we got here?
Sorry for how slow he opens packs, guys.
Yeah, get out of here. All right, I got.
As long as he didn't drop it like that different. One time.
Yeah. Alex Blandino.
Sick.
Never heard of him.
Love it.
I've got Miguel Cabrera.
Hey, we like him, Miggy. Oh, and that might be a very.
Is this an auto? Oh, this is the 50.
Oh, to 50.
But I've never heard of this guy in my life. James Marvel.
James Marvel. What team?
The Pirates.
The Pirates.
The Pirates, and then there's an.
That's actually sick though, bro. What?
If he's good, like.
I mean, regardless of auto out of 50.
An auto out of 50 is tight. I like that. You know, that was an auto out of 50 is what I dropped on the. Wanted to be giveaway a while back.
Yeah. This one you didn't drop.
I didn't drop.
You don't know his name, but
James Marvel or Marvell. Maybe Marvell. It could be a Marvell. I don't know. But
how much this card's gonna
shout out if his mom is out there, hit me up. DMs are open.
There's a funny picture that's been going around the community we follow, and on eBay, this guy was selling a card of a random prospect.
Yeah,
it's a rookie card, actually.
Very similar to James Marvell.
Yeah, very similar. Just a random guy, probably a reliever. And somebody messaged him on eBay like, "Hey, can we try and work out a deal? This is my son, and I don't really think he's worth $100. Like, do you?" And it's like the most funny shit ever.
Yeah, she was absolutely roasting.
She's trying to buy the card, but she's also like saying like, it's not really worth that. We both know it. But then it went viral. So her son saw it. Like all the collectors saw it.
But maybe have we been able to prove that was the mom? Maybe it's just some random guy using a tactic. It'd be a savvy play if that was the case.
But then you just check who's offering on it, and hopefully it lines up. If not, whatever. Yeah. If you're going after a card under $100 and you're going through that much trouble,
I mean, props to you.
You might be a DJ.
Grind.
Yeah, you might be a DJ.
Going through the absolute grind.
I wouldn't do it, but I could see somebody doing it.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on
Thank you,
bro.
James Marvel. Yes. Hopefully he kills it. You know.
Hopefully
is he still in the league? Have we? I don't know. He might be. He might be out pitching Eddie Beltre.
It's 4 years since that came out, so it's very possible.
He's done. Maybe in a rec league somewhere.
He's probably coaching a select team. In his hometown right now.
Maybe his daughter select softball team.
I don't know about that. I don't think he's given up on his dream yet. It's possible. Just like Eddie Beltre.
We don't know. I mean,
shout out Eddie Beltre.
Shout out to Eddie Beltre.
Unofficial sponsor of the podcast.
Well, speaking of changing teams, man, there have been a lot of baseball players changing teams here lately. Have you been keeping up with the trade deadline? I mean, trade deadline's tomorrow.
Yeah. Of course I have because my Astros.
It's been kind of quiet.
Yeah, kind of quiet. I don't think we've made the wrong moves though, honestly yet, because we haven't made any moves. Yeah. There hasn't been anything that really wowed me. People are gonna say the Isaac Paredes got traded from the Rays to the Cubs,
and they gave up way too much for him.
Who?
They gave up the Cubs. They gave up Morel.
I think so too. And people were saying it was a light package. They gave up a 25-year-old controllable big slugger. He plays no good defense, but at this point everybody has a DH and figured out with more years on his contract, Paredes will be gone after next year. It'll cost a lot more money. So I think it was savvy by the Rays.
The Rays do that. That's all they fleece you. Like, they're that guy in the fantasy league that you don't want to trade with. That's the Rays to me, right? Like,
you already know it's in their
they have won every trade at the deadline they've ever done. I think, weren't they the ones who traded us Wade Miley a couple years ago? Absolutely screwed us over with that. Like,
was it them or the Diamondbacks?
I don't know. I don't care. I try to forget that season, and that trade deadline fucked us. But
either way, the Rays front office has to be very resourceful because they don't have a very big budget. They have low attendance numbers every year.
Yeah.
But they dive into statistics and they really, really crush the negotiations with other teams. Yeah. So every year they're competitive. It's impressive.
Yeah, they stay competitive, just good enough to lose in the ALDS every year.
Yes.
And screw over a bunch of other organizations on their way to do so.
Absolutely. But the Cubs gave up a lot, but they got somebody who they really wanted, and they're looking forward towards next year. They're not really looking forward to right now.
I was looking this up. So Isaac Paredes was a hot name, and I was looking up his stats. He's batting .245.
And he's mediocre on defense.
He's decent on defense. Why? Is it just the contract control?
He's an all-star. He's been there, done that.
That's the question I have.
And then before this year, he did better. He hit I forgot 280 something last year.
Okay, so they're thinking he'll come back around.
Yeah, they think they can get him. Well, Morel has been striking out a ton. He's hitting 198, and he's making the most errors in the field of any player in baseball. So they're kind of like, hey, we'd rather have somebody way more polished at this point. You're just not cutting it for us. And then they had to give two prospects.
Well, they got God. They got God. The Mariners got God in their trade with the Rays for Rosarina.
I will say, Rosarina.
I don't want, if I'm watching, I think the worst case scenario for the Astros is we do a deal with them and give them our only three prospects. Dude, I don't want to. I don't want the king's ransom they're going to ask for him.
Oh, absolutely.
That's just personally speaking, but.
I don't want to give up much, but I want to get. I want it in return. Give it to me, and I give you nothing.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the Astros deadline goes, I have mentally prepped myself for Dana Brown, our GM, coming out and just saying, "Guys, if we're getting Justin Verlander back, if we're getting,
it's like a trade.
If we're getting all these guys, because somebody else I'm thinking of,
Luis Garcia,
Kyle Tucker.
No,
if we're getting Kyle Tucker back off the IL, we're getting these. That's just as good as a trade. We didn't have to give anybody up, right? Like they've come out and said that so many times. And
the Astros right now's main
the
priority
market was too high
for a pitcher. They're in contract, or they're in talks with Detroit for Jack Flaherty, who once was an All-Star himself, fourth in the Cy Young in 2019 or something like that.
Him either.
I don't know what that looks like, but that's what they're going for. And if they don't get it, then I don't want them to rush anything. I don't want them to press it. Yeah. If we can't win with what we have, then we'll figure it out.
We can win with what we have.
I think so too.
I think so too.
Go Stros.
Go Stros.
Hey,
always.
I feel like we missed something at the beginning of this show. We introduced it last week, so we didn't really talk about it much.
That's a very good call.
So we had a lot of hubbub last week on what you, our fans and friends and family want to be called.
Yes.
And some people
friends
said
of the show.
Degens, which is very. I thought
we got one vote. Shout out to him.
We got a vote on YouTube. But
it was D-Gen.
It was D.
And I think that we should call them D-Gens.
I'm not gonna say that out loud.
I think D-Gen. Why not?
I'm not going to. That's exactly why. I make my decisions based on how I feel.
All right. Well, DJing. Yeah. So
Anyways, we created a whole new thing called the Degen of the Week. And the way we laid out the terms, we laid out the expectations. If you want to become a focused friend of ours, friend of the show.
A day one. A ride or die. Our people's.
You comment. We asked you to comment on whatever you can. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is. And just throw some comments out there. And this week, we got a bunch of comments from one specific person.
Yes. Clearly blasted every post that we had. And a huge shout out to Kellen Williams.
Woo!
Kellen
Williams. Friend of the show. Family of the show. My
sister. And
the one who supplied the cups.
She's the ultimate fan. And
she's so awesome.
She's the best. She's the best. She really is. Thank you for the support, Kellen.
Whole ass family, and she still thinks of
her
brother.
3 children.
And his stupid friend and the podcast that they do. Yes. And she
took the words out of my mouth.
And literally lifts us up too. So I think that great pick. I think we both agree on that. Yeah. And for Degen of the Week, sometimes there's going to be an incentive. This one really hit close to home, so Matt wanted to do something for his sister.
The show has provided her a card, and that card is in the mail. So this card in the mail is one that I know my sister, right? I know her pretty well. I hope so. She's not the biggest sports fan out there. I'm gonna be honest, but there was one player that captured her heart. There was one player she loved, and that man was Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow.
All right, Tim Tebow. He actually the card I got. I wanted to get her in the slab game. Right, she needs a graded PSA card. So I got her. Not just a PSA graded card. I got her a Gem Mint 10.
Yep.
And it's a case hit, a color wheel out of select draft picks.
Has Tebow in his Florida jersey.
I also know my sister. And I know she'll think it's a very pretty card. So
it has color. That was she's in fashion. Like that's where she is. Worked.
High fashion.
So high, like literally to where you're breaking down colors and whatever else. So I think she'll appreciate the color wheel, and I think it'll kind of hit close to home. And that's pretty sick.
I hope so. So it made me think of her, and I look forward to giving that. Thank you for the support, Kellen.
Hey, Degen of the week.
Degen of the week. Who's gonna be it next week? That's my question. I don't know.
I think I have an idea of who it might be, but I don't know if we're really gonna get there.
I don't know. I think that keeping it where we did. You think comments? You think comments plus likes?
Interaction.
New interaction. Just interaction.
Likes. If you repost, you get sent to the top of the
reposting.
list. If you post our story on your story, or we just became family.
Yeah.
We literally just.
And remember, we love the positive comments, but talk shit as well, please.
Well, just be ready to get flamed.
Give Derek your biggest roast you have of him. Really get deep, get personal.
Okay, I don't know about all that because I am sensitive and I might cry a little. But once I'm done and I wipe my tears, I will then use them as fuel and come for blood. I will find
and the show will get better. You will be making the show better
on your IG, on your Facebook. I don't care, and I'll message them the most heinous shit. I'll use AI to make them think that you are a terrible person, and I will not stop. So please, just don't make it personal.
He's all top.
If I say something you don't agree with, cool, attack that. But keep it light. Keep it light. You know what I'm saying?
Go dark. Hit him where it hurts.
Fuck this guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck this guy.
But thank you. So thank you. We're looking forward. That's a fun little contest. Shout out to our boys at In Between Productions for giving us that idea.
Yeah.
We're running with it.
And you know what? Speaking of In Between Productions, somebody is not grounded anymore. Somebody got their privileges back. And I just want to welcome back Frankie right now, one of our producers.
Hey, everybody. I got access to a mic. I'm allowed to speak.
He is now allowed to speak again. Once again, he's gone over his probationary period. Yeah. And we're full force with it. So he's going to keep us on our toes. In the future, he may keep us correct if we need him to look something up or tell us how big of an idiot one of us is. Yep. He's going to be that guy.
It's our guy.
And then we still got Matthew behind the ones and twos over there, controlling everything else. He may want to pipe in too, chime in, let us know.
It's a shared mic.
I know there's something we want to talk about later that he was mentioning earlier too, which was pretty tight. Something about rugby.
That's right.
But
we'll
leave that for a little bit. Or if you want to talk about it right now.
I mean,
here's the voice.
I'm good.
There it is.
He's good.
We heard the voice. He's good. He's good. For later, he might not be. But that's Matthew and Frankie there from In Between Productions. They put this on for us. They help us out quite a bit.
We wouldn't have a show without them, so we appreciate them.
Absolutely.
For sure. All right, man. Well, hey.
We broke away from baseball.
Back to it. Back to it real quick. Back to it.
First of all, fuck the Yankees. But I think they made a pretty good move.
Yeah.
They traded for Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Who'd they give up for that? Dude, I don't even remember who.
Don't know. Don't really care. I just know that they got one of the drippiest players in baseball on their team. One thing about the Yankees, if you don't know, you have to shave your facial hair. You can't have a beard. You can have a single mustache like a firefighter. Like that's all you get.
That's all you can have.
It's tradition and it's part of being a Yankee. So of course Jazz had a little goatee, shaved it up. They all try and look clean. But when you show up in New York and you have the same drip that man has, he has like 4 chains on. Yeah. He's swagged out. He doesn't care. Like he's just being himself. He's gonna do really well there. I think that the media is gonna try and eat him up, and he's just gonna be like, fuck it, I'm Jazz, bitch.
I hope you're right because he's on my fantasy team. That's the only reason.
That's fair.
That's the only reason.
I mean, he does everything. They're gonna put him at third. They're gonna put him in the out. They're gonna move him all around, and he'll try and help him win. He's been on the Marlins forever.
Do you think it's the type of move that propel? I mean, do you still think? You think it helps? I think it's a classic Yankees move where they went out and got the best guy on the market, and they're gonna shit the bed still.
I don't think he's the
same
best
old
guy
fucking Yankees.
I hate the Yankees.
They're gonna meet their Huckleberry in the playoffs. I know that much. I feel good about that. Yes, we have a 1-game lead. Are we tied right now? I don't know. Something like that. But they're gonna meet their Huckleberry when it comes to the playoffs.
Jazz Chisholm doesn't move the needle in the playoffs, but Jazz Chisholm definitely helps you out in the regular season, which is. They need to get there. They were in first.
That's a good point.
They lost like 10-game lead. They need to get back up there, build it, and then he'll be a piece. He can steal bases too. Like you get him on base, he walks, he pinch runs. I don't know. I don't care. I think it's a good move for their team, but yeah, it doesn't move the needle in the playoffs.
I don't think it will. Yeah.
Not against the Astros.
I don't think it will, and that's all those spoiled ass fans care about. It's all they care about. You know that's true.
Fuck the Yankees.
Fuck the Yankees.
And the Dodgers.
Ball. Yes. Speaking of that, what a series. You watched this weekend?
Oh, absolutely.
Dodgers-Stros happened this weekend.
Astros-Dodgers. Big
Yes,
series for us
huge
and it was in
series.
Houston. It was in Houston.
And yeah, sorry for all the Astros talk, but we're not that sorry about it.
I'm not sorry at all. This is what I actually like.
No.
I'm just here to
And
hang
Saturday's
out, so.
game was like one of the most lit games.
Oh my God! They came back from 5 runs down. Was it 5-0 in like the 6th or the 7th?
Yeah, early in the game. It was
5-0.
I think 5th inning. Yeah,
Shohei
He came
had
down.
a bomb or two.
Yeah.
Like he hit a 473-foot bomb, and
He hit tanks. Shohei's
MLB
so
was
cool.
pimping it on Twitter and Instagram and all that.
Shohei's so cool.
As they
I
should.
wanna hit
Hey,
him.
I respect Shohei. He's a great ball player.
I just hate the Sunday night baseball broadcast.
And the Yankees and the Dodgers, but all of them suck. But anyways, Astros came back, and to clinch it all. So earlier in the game, Ronel Blanco, who was our starting pitcher, wasn't even on the. He was in Single A in 2017 when the cheating allegations happened and Dodgers lost to the Astros.
Oh
in the
yeah,
World Series.
and Joe Kelly is who you're going to talk about?
Joe Kelly was on the rail, and Joe Kelly is an inbred piece of shit that plays baseball in MLB. He has some type of live wire in his arm where he can throw 98 miles an hour, but he sucks at everything else in life.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Joe Kelly. I really don't like him either. Anyways, he's on the rail shouting at Ronel Blanco, who doesn't speak English, like, hey, pussy, hey, like talking shit because he gave up a home run or something.
No,
like
it was
that.
because he threw it up, and I think it's because he hit Gavin Lux, the second baseman who we don't give a shit about.
Nobody
we
cares.
have beef with Gavin Lux. Later in the series, we had a ball up and in on Gavin Lux, and he looked back like, oh, like, do you think we have a personal vendetta against a no-name fucking second baseman? Because we don't. Like, we don't. I mean, I don't think we have any beef with him. I might now.
I don't think we do, and I don't think Ronel Blanco has that beef or would carry that beef anyway.
Joe Kelly goes on that stoop yelling at him.
He's talking shit. We see it. They put it on the broadcast. And then guess what happens in the bottom of the 9th inning? Joe Kelly's daddy, Alex Bregman, second pitch, yams.
Just
Left
hit the
field.
train
No
tracks.
doubter to the train tracks.
To the train
in
tracks,
Houston,
bro.
securing the series win.
Yeah.
And securing that Joe Kelly was going to go to bed angry.
Yeah.
Like the
And
piece of
to be
shit
clear,
he
it wasn't
is.
off of Joe Kelly.
No, it wasn't off of Joe
was
Kelly.
not
It was
Joe
off of a
Kelly.
way better pitcher, Blake Trinan.
Yeah.
A way better pitcher.
Way
The
better.
actual closer.
Way better.
Setup man, whatever he is. Joe Kelly didn't even get in the game because he's not good enough to hold the lead, so they didn't trust him.
He got
So,
in on Sunday, and Altuve hit a double off him, but he
Anyways,
threw a scoreless frame.
anyways, Joe Kelly's the reason the Dodgers
Got to
lost.
give credit where it's due. He threw a scoreless frame.
But then, unfortunately, the Dodgers won Sunday.
Yeah.
Still, we won
the
2-1
series. Hey, we won the series against such a great team. Right?
Such a great... Well,
Yeah, I hate
if I'm going to be devil's advocate, no Freddie Freeman, no Mookie Betts, a couple other guys out. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, we beat the best version of them, but we still beat them. Fuck you, Joe Kelly.
We still beat him. Fuck you, Joe Kelly. Exactly. Exactly.
And when we get
Preach.
to the playoffs anyway, Dave Roberts doesn't know how to coach, so I'm perfectly fine. I have no worries about the
Oh, they're not
Dodgers
going to get to the
winning
World
shit.
Series, dude. They're shit.
Even if they get, they were beating
They're
them,
shit in the
so.
bed before them. That's what they do.
Dave Roberts doesn't know how to coach.
Yes.
That's true, too.
Facts.
All right.
Facts. But outside of that,
That's enough hate.
it's enough hate.
Not really. I'm going to keep
Well,
hating.
speaking of hate, your favorite guy, Paul Skeens, is pitching in Houston tonight. So he's really cool, and I hope that we take him
Fucking
yard.
Bruce
But
Wayne, bitch
he's
ass.
really cool, and I look forward to watching him. I'm not gonna lie. I hope that he doesn't K up too many of our guys, and I hope that I just know his line's always like
His line's at
8
7.
innings pitched, like 2 hits or 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run, and a loss.
So they're
like they're so bad. The
No, he's
Pirates
6-1. He's only had 1 loss.
Yeah, and it
He's
was
only had one
and
loss.
he gave up 1 run in that. It's been brutal.
With him too, their Prize Picks, one of these betting sites, has Paul Skeens strikeouts at 7, over under at 7, and has his pitching out to 18.5, which means they think he's going to go into the 6th inning and at least or 7th inning and record an out before he gets taken out, and that he'll get around 7, give or take some strikeouts.
Yeah.
He's hit that line every game the past 5 games. They're giving the Astros a little credit. We are one of the better fastball hitting teams in the league.
Yeah.
But Paul Skeens is special.
We have a guy named Yordan Alvarez,
We have a guy named Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve,
You know,
Alex Bregman. You want to say the rest of the lineup?
Yainer Diaz. I saw a weird stat today too it's just a weird one that people make up all these stats all the time. It was like the first pitch percentage strike, which counts foul balls too, on any batter in
I don't think they
history.
made it up. It's probably an actual.
Well,
stat.
it's a stat, but it's like, why would you even look at that shit?
Yeah.
Jake Myers on the Houston Astros has
baseball.
the highest percentage of first pitch strikes in the history of the MLB as of right now. At
crazy.
76% of all first pitches of Jake Myers either get fouled off or called a strike.
I don't know
or
if that's
hit
what
and
I can
play.
do. But hey, he's having a decent year too.
He's having a decent.
He's fighting back from those 0-1 counts, but that's crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw that stat and I was like, dude, in the history of baseball's been around for 140 years or almost at this
long
point.
time.
So, and they've been keeping score the whole time,
Yeah.
unlike we do on HGH.
No, we keep score fair and square. And somebody's about to be in the lead after USA mops up Germany tomorrow.
DNP.
We'll get to that later. But
Well, I mean, that sounds like the Olympics are happening.
it is.
My
And
mom-
you've been watching them?
No, but my mom posted up on the couch watching Olympics. She's had a watching party the past 3 days.
Yeah?
Yesterday was one of her old coworkers. The day before that was my aunt. The day before that was some random person off the street. I don't know, just kidding. But she's been watching the Olympics she's been focused on it. She's really rooting for Simone
electric.
Biles right now.
Yeah.
That's what's happening in her world is she can't wait to see Simone and the gymnastics
Well, it's a
team and
redemption
all that.
tour, The last Olympics she had she couldn't go through it. She had some mental stuff going on and got out, and she's just a beast.
Now she's got some
the best.
physical stuff going on. She had a little knock, but she still performed and got the top score in the all-around, I think yesterday or today. So she's crushing it. 28-year-old, all right? Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
In the
That's
Olympics.
that's
in
ancient
gymnastics.
for
Yeah,
gymnasts,
they
right?
usually retire before you're 21. You don't get the chance to do anything else after that.
Yeah.
So the longevity there is absolutely ridiculous.
USA. USA.
And she's from Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Simone Biles, great American, great
Great
Patriot.
American. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
She can do a lot of flips.
She can do a lot of
A lot of
flips.
flips. That's my analysis.
And she's
my analysis for my well-versed gymnastics.
So the other day, my mom and I were talking about it. Her and her boyfriend, or her husband, what's his name?
I don't know. Owens? His last name Owen?
Yeah, something Owens.
He was on the
for-
Texans and then on the Packers.
He's on the Packers now. He's their
Yeah.
third safety.
Is he still on the Packers? I
Yeah,
think
he
he might have
plays
got-
for the Packers. He's there, of course. And so they're showing him on the screen, of course. And we started talking about the parallels, and it let me know how big the Olympics can be for everybody. She's like, oh yeah, it's like Taylor and Travis, but switched. Because she's more well known, but she's the athlete, and he's kind of just chilling, following her to Paris. He's skipping training
I'm gonna
camp.
play devil's advocate there, right? Like
The girls. being
Travis
popular.
Kelce is like the greatest tight end to ever play, or top two, and I couldn't tell you this dude's name.
That's fair.
I think that's the one. Maybe.
Okay, we're drawing a parallel.
Okay,
not saying it's the
parallel.
Same thing.
I mean,
I'm not
it's-
saying the power couple's at the top, but
It's a stretch.
I know a group of people who
a
would
stretch
rather root
parallel,
for Simone
yeah.
Biles than Taylor Swift any day. What's his name,
What's
Frankie?
your-
Yeah, it's Jonathan Owens.
Jonathan Owens.
I knew it was
Professional
Owens.
football player for the Packers.
He was on the Packers. I think he's no
he's
longer with the Packers.
Safety for the Bears.
Thank
Bears.
you. Thank you.
Why do you go from the Packers to the Bears?
I don't. I think you go
Anyways,
with
he's
if you're
skipping-
Jonathan Owens, you go with whoever offers you a contract.
He's skipping training camp right now to
That's
be in Paris to watch his lady at the Olympics. Pretty lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his meal ticket. You should.
Apparently, he's under fire right now because they found each other on a dating app, and Owens was saying he was the catch in the relationship or something.
You got to have that confidence, player.
I mean, you
Players get
pulled her
chose.
somehow. I agree.
Players
with
get
that,
chose, and if you don't go in there with that confidence, and she's
You got
not
no
feeling
shot.
It anyway,
You got no shot. No shot.
She sees this man coming in beaming, smells. She's like, I don't even know you. You're not even on the practice squad.
Yeah. What do they call that? The young ones call it the aura now.
The Riz, the aura. Yeah. He came in with the
So you're
aura
gonna
and
be
then
hip.
dropped the
The
Riz.
skibbity Riz apparently is a thing. I
Okay,
heard that.
I think they're a little
It's
older
Gen
than
Z.
Skibbity.
Skibbity.
but yes.
Skibbity. I don't know what Skibbity. I don't know what that means. But
Wow. All right, we're going for it
Yeah.
today.
What is that?
Bro, you're so Skibbity toilet.
All right. I don't
you
even know. I don't know what that means.
Have you even ever been to Ohio or what?
No, I heard one
Baby
guy
Dunn,
talk
Baby
about it
Gronk?
once.
What?
It's really out of context. so I
Okay,
said it.
anyways. Brain rot over. I do kind of enjoy seeing some of that shit on, being made fun of on Instagram, but it also makes me realize, now I know it, so I'm just as bad.
You know what that means? I have no
Oh,
idea.
dude, I watched, so many Instagram. There's just one Instagram
I'm
real
so
guy
lost,
who uses
man.
AI to build a script with nothing but brain rot.
Yeah.
I thought we were so W-Riz. Shit like that. It just blows my mind.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
funny, though.
I do know Riz, but yeah, the skibbity part.
But you don't have any, so it's all good.
Hey, yeah, I got plenty. We're all right. We're doing all right, eh? We're doing all right, man.
Speaking of the Olympics, and you know,
did you watch the opening ceremony?
dude, that shit was sick. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Was it?
When I think of the opening ceremony is not what you're thinking of, and these controversial moments that everybody wants to pinpoint and think about. I think that's stupid. If you didn't like it, don't fucking like it. Don't fucking watch it. What I did like was the Marie Antoinette rock band. I forget what's the rock band name. Do y'all know their name? Gojira, the metal band that performed in front of was it the Parliament? One of the houses over there. That was absolutely sick.
It's the Parliament.
They absolutely did right by their genre because they still played as hard and as like rough as they do, but they were at the Paris Olympics, and that's what I think of as the opening. I don't go back to your little blue dude on a table, your little whatever people want to see in any type of imagery. I don't care.
I saw one guy really mad about the image that was on the screen.
So
he said they opened my kids up to this, but he was the one who backed up the TV and paused it on that.
Dude.
What do you mean? Like, you're the ones with the kids probably in the room.
Seriously, most kids would see that and not even ask a fucking question.
I mean,
so just leave it where it's at.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't
sack
care
out.
either way. But
out.
Gojira, shout out Gojira. They did a great job.
I watched it and it was just on in the background, and it was not the greatest day for me on Friday.
Yep.
But it was on mute, and man, seeing that show on mute out of context was interesting. I didn't know what to think for a while. And also, I mean, I thought the idea with bringing the teams out on boats was sick, but it was pouring.
But the imagery
of LeBron on the front of that boat,
okay, the boat the U.S.
sick.
had to be huge, and it had to be packed because I think we might have the most athletes, if not China. One of us has the most athletes at the games.
Yeah.
They took this boat, huge boat. Everybody's out there, and LeBron James is a flag bearer. He's in the corner holding it up. He looks like Washington. He's crossing the Delaware, dude.
Dude, he's so
he literally
cool.
King James, King fucking James, and he was there to represent for us. I felt proud.
Not gonna lie. I love Bron.
I love Bron, and I would never.
It's come full circle. I hated him early in his career. I was jealous. I've admitted that.
I mean, I don't think I've ever hated him, but I've never wanted him to beat my Spurs, obviously. But I've always had a respect for LeBron James because
I was that kid, 14-year-old that had all the, LeBron drove somewhere and had a quarter left in his tank and then left the car. Those stupid jokes. Like, I was just reposting all those all the time and thought it was hilarious.
I mean, from the age of 15, 16, you're telling this man he's going to be the greatest ever. You expect him to be humble and be a family man and be different than what we've seen before. He does everything you've asked him to do, and now you just call him corny.
He's been
perfect. And now your only thing is, you got your son.
I stopped. I'm no longer calling. I'm not calling him corny. I grew up. I got older than 14. That's testament to his longevity, I think. I matured in his career. That's crazy.
Watching it, very true. I believe it too.
Came full circle.
Yeah, you watch it, and it's definitely a process, right?
Yeah.
But yes, that imagery at the boat crossing was absolutely legit for me. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Other than that, the Gojira was tight. Any other entrants I didn't pay attention to. I think some people lose sight, and when they're getting upset
it was just French as hell. That was the Frenchest thing I've ever seen.
That's what I'm about to say.
So French, man.
This is an international competition.
Yeah. I'm surprised there wasn't somebody waving a white flag on the bridge. You know what I mean? You getting there? No.
I make those jokes plenty. But right now, I think that people are just losing sight. It's an international competition. Cultures are very different everywhere. What's accepted is very different everywhere. And I thought it was creative as fuck. Yeah. I thought if you're going to have one shot in your life to do this, do what you want, and they did it. So props to them, kudos to them.
Yeah.
Just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. And there's somebody, in those games, there's somebody that I've grown, and I know Matthew was talking about it earlier. This rugby player, rugby sevens women's U.S. player.
Okay, you told me I need to look
Ilona
at the
Maher. You do.
Right.
Look these up. Ilona Maher. She is a beast. She's a tank. She's also been out here on social media.
What does she play?
She plays rugby seven. She's with the USA.
Okay.
Yeah. And she was getting a lot of flack for. I think somebody gave her a tweet that was or commented on a site or something that said, you probably have a 30+ BMI or something like it was, and she clapped back so hard at them I'm an Olympian. You know what I mean? She's you're probably right, but that's and she dissected everything about what BMI actually is, and she's I also have 70% lean mass, and she does, dude. She's fast
They're
as hell.
They're trying to say BMI on this chick?
Yeah, just losers out there. And she ended it with I gotta go because I'm going to the Olympics and you're not.
If this chick walked into a bar right now, a bar. Okay, I live in Austin, Texas. if she walked into any bar in Austin, Texas, people would immediately start turning heads and be like, damn, she's thick. Like, she looks good. Like, not even like...
I know you.
Bro,
would,
she'd be in a.
You would lob a shot. Yeah.
No, I'd be too terrified. She'd probably. No, bro, you don't know me like that.
Yeah,
I'd be scared.
I know you're scared. We all know this. Yeah.
El Riz
We're
over
all
here,
friends
brother.
here. Yeah,
El
we
Riz.
know.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the guy.
We
in the
love a
corner
self-aware
drinking tequila.
king. You know, we love a self-aware king.
Yeah, if she wants to come holler at me, I will hop on her back like a backpack and let her take me home.
Yeah, she'll
That's
stiff arm me,
fine.
bro. Watch out, man.
We can both stiff arm if you know what I'm saying.
Hey,
Just kidding. She's a beast though
yo.
on the field, and I see her literally smacking people up.
Yeah, did you see that one against France where she just like
Yes, and then she runs by them like she's
fast
not only
as hell too?
Dude, okay, look at this. So I see her
She's-
in her. They just showed her in a dress versus in her rugby gear.
Yeah.
There's a very identifiable difference.
Yeah.
Maybe because one's built for performance and running people the fuck over.
Yeah.
And the other's for meeting up with Matt Stafford in an LA bar while his wife's in
Matt
Dallas.
Stafford, yeah.
I don't know what they're doing.
Callback. Look at you.
Dude, back shots.
Yeah.
I'm saying so.
Yeah.
Whatever.
She's
She's
I'm
cool.
a big fan. I'm a fan of Alina.
Body
Ilona.
shaming a
Love her.
rugby player doesn't seem like
trash.
a good idea. I
You're
hope
a
you
loser.
find her in real
Whoever
life
you are,
one
you're
day,
a fucking loser.
and she fucking smacks the shit out of you.
Agreed.
Because that'd be awesome.
Agreed. Well, outside of that, Flava Flav was the only other thing I think. You know, did you see Flava
Shout
Flav?
out Flava Flav.
Flava Flav, keeping relevant.
Keeping relevant.
But
but
my boy
also
Flava Flav.
supporting. Like, I kind of think it's despicable that he has to support or he feels the need to support these
Right.
women. So if you don't know Flava Flav, former rapper, hype man.
Reality TV star, you know Flava
He had
Flav.
all
Guy with
sorts
clock.
of, Flavor Flav type beat.
Yeah.
So
Flavor
yeah.
of Love was all
Yeah,
time.
Flavor of Love was amazing.
All time reality
and that's
TV.
really where
VH1 was
he
TV.
made his nut there, and that shit's still replaying today.
Yeah.
So he does his thing. But
Careers were made off of that show. Shout out New York. I love New York.
yeah, and hoops.
Yeah,
she
a
was
lot of
dating
careers
Shaq for
were
a
made
while.
there,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that would have been scary. But yeah, absolutely. She Flavor Flav is supporting the women's polo team, water polo team.
Mm-hmm.
In the Olympics, a team that qualified, a USA team.
They've won three consecutive gold medals.
Consecutive gold medals, and somebody has to come and bankroll their.
Well, they
trip
found out they're
and all
working
the-
multiple jobs.
Yeah, he found out like to train, they were having to go to work in the morning, train in the afternoon, go to work at night, and he didn't think that was right. And I think that's a really American move. I think that's a very supportive move to say, hey, I can make a change here. You women are kicking ass. Name one other American who's won 3 gold medals in a row, or one other team that's won 3 gold medals in a row.
Michael Phelps.
Probably. Okay, that's
outside of him though. Yeah.
Well, there's a couple, but there's outliers, of course, in everything we do. But as a team to win 3 gold medals in a row, imagine if the France soccer team won 3 gold medals in a row, and you hear that one of their rappers is funding the team. That's embarrassing to me. But I do understand water polo doesn't make a lot of money, so I just respect Flavor Flav for that, and I know what type of time he's on with that clock.
Yeah.
He's
He's
doing
still
his
keeping
thing.
relevant, and he has like the same hat.
Oh, he's got the
He's
little
got the
polo
water
hat
polo
with the
hat.
little,
He's
come
swagged
down.
out.
Yeah.
I love Flavor
Yeah,
Flav.
he's doing really well. He got to mingle with Jill Biden. He got to mingle.
I look
Snoop
forward.
was
One
there.
day, I will have to tell my future kid, explain who Flavor Flav is, and I look forward to that day. Very much so.
Show him any of the music. Or
Just
like,
no. Like wait a bit
Show
for
him
public
the
enemy.
work, like on the show. Like, look, dude,
Yeah.
he,
So there
he
was
was
this
knocking
guy.
all
He
20
wore a
years down.
clock,
You see how
you know?
ugly he is? Like,
Yeah, he wore a clock. He had 20 women fighting over him.
5'2", 20 women fighting over him. Had like boogers in every episode.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
sick,
He wore a hat with horns.
Bro, with horns and like hang down like little braids, like national
He was so
treasure.
cool. He's an inspiration. True inspiration to us all.
I mean, to have that kind of imagination and just go for it, like, dude, I think that's awesome. He has a great spirit, great
agree.
vibe, great aura, as these kids would say.
Agree. Well, hey, speaking of auras, you know whose aura's just up a lot? Football, switching sports as well.
Whose aura?
The aura of Jordan Love and Tua Tagovailoa. They just got fucking paid. Absolutely paid.
Jordan Love, good contract.
What? Okay, they were clearly waiting for the contract of Tua to come out because it was
Jordan Love, good contract.
What you talk your shit? You don't like
There's
Tua?
no shit. I've already told you what I do to Tua.
Oh yeah, you think you could beat him up?
I
forgot
off the
about
ground,
this.
and now he's worth 200 something
I mean,
million.
he would sue you for a lot of money. He's got a
Wouldn't
lawyer
get a
team
lot
with
of
that.
money. He would sue me in civil court and not see a fucking dime. And if he did, it'd be paid out in pennies.
I mean, dude, he got paid.
Yeah, he doesn't need my money. If
Do you think? I mean,
shit, me bouncing his head off the ground will it'll sustain me in prison.
you couldn't beat him up, dude.
It'll sustain
You
me
couldn't
in
beat
prison.
him up. It's okay.
Whatever you think, sir.
I mean,
Did you watch any UFC fights this weekend? Because a lot of people told me a lot of things wouldn't happen there.
I did not.
People got
saw
smacked
Patty
up.
won, and I saw that like Dana was really pissed.
Dana was really pissed because he thought he could just will Leon Edwards to another win.
Well, he also had these fights on at 3 a.m. local time, right?
He did. It was 4 a.m. technically.
And he came out and said, "Well, it was 7 p.m. in
7
Vegas." Like,
p.m.
yes,
in Vegas.
Dana,
Nobody gives
you
a
know
fuck.
how time zones work, but like it's 3 a.m. for the crowd, for the fighters. Everybody's tired as shit.
Even for us,
like that's why it was a bad
12:30
performance
when the fights were ending.
Yeah.
And I was already blacked out. Like, you need to do it a little earlier so I can remember shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't remember half of it. I don't remember him being mad. I do remember the fight and Leon Edwards looking like he didn't even want to be there. Maybe
Yeah.
he was just too sleepy. Like, time change is way crazy, way different.
I mean, it's the most Dana White thing of all time to be like, well, y'all need to adjust
And
to
then he was mad
America's
about
time zones. Like,
They got more
come on,
bonuses this round too
Yeah.
because of the time change and everything. He had to pay out more money, and they didn't get all finishes, and he was pissed about that.
yeah, he said he's never doing that again. Like, dude,
He's such a
Dana
prick,
White.
dude.
But if you want to come on the pod, well, you're welcome. You're welcome, Dana.
Dude, just
You're
back
welcome.
down like that.
He would come out and just I mean.
Like, there's no way he would buy this house just to make sure we never did the podcast again. Like he no way he's
He's a spiteful man. He is a spiteful man.
sounds like a dope thing if you could do it, but
yeah, like, I mean, he's a
absolutely. He's gonna buy it, say as is, furnished, get out of there now. Here's your offer, buy.
Yeah.
We'll never see him between productions again.
No.
They'll be featured on an Amazon
Consolidate.
Prime Jack Ryan sequel or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Be pretty sick though.
I mean, we're renting. We wouldn't even see a dime of that.
Oh, well,
he just shipped it, you know.
he's gonna give you money just to not talk to us again. That's what's gonna happen.
All right, I didn't know about that.
You hear this guy?
Oh man. Well, yeah. No, it was. I thought all in all, though, Patty the Batty did his thing.
Patty the Batty. Yeah, in the fights he did his thing. I like Patty the most because he just wants to be, as he says, fat and happy, lad.
He's an inspiration.
He's like, everybody who has those six packs, they're not happy. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not.
Yeah.
He said, I'm not arsed, which means he's not going for it. He doesn't
Yeah.
believe you assholes. He wants to be fat and happy. He was eating pizza at the press. Like, he's a G. And he submitted King. His name is Bobby Green. He changed his name to King.
Yeah.
He submitted
Wild
him,
move.
choked him out via 2 different leg holds. Like, while he had an arm bar too, he showed that he can be a technical fighter. And a lot of people think Patty is overrated.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like him.
And he
but
said, everybody they underestimate me, lad.
there you go.
They
That's good enough.
underestimate me, lad, because I look like a 14-year-old girl.
Okay,
That's what I look like. That's what he
I
said.
don't think that's like the Scouse accent. He kind of has, but it's close.
I mean, it's closer than
It's
any.
closer
yeah,
than I'd get,
Yeah,
so
it's
that's
what
fine.
it's all I got.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. The
We're in
main fight-
Manchester, lad.
bro. You know he went for to the chippy after that. Get himself some fish and chips, baby.
Oh, yeah, he was eating.
Drown that shit in gravy.
should, you know?
I know he did. I know he did.
He deserves it.
Oh, dude. I love that he just gets fat in
Yeah.
between fights. Like, he's
I do
like, I don't
too.
give a fuck, dude.
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
I still
yeah.
bulk in between
Yeah,
fights,
you
no
know?
matter what.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, just
So
wait till I need a fight to get down
I'm in
to
a
cutting weight.
steady
You know?
bulk right now,
Yeah.
just in my life.
Just been a bulk for about a decade for
Add
me.
it on.
Yeah,
just go throw it on.
nice climb. You know.
Yeah. One of these days we might cut. but
Yes, dude.
we'll see. We'll figure that
Yes.
one out on the fly. So I think that the Tua and the Jordan Love, you were talking about those, the contracts are good. I think that for the quarterbacks, they set the market. There's a very clear market. Do you think you can get better in the draft? Probably not better than these two, even though I'm not a huge Tua fan because of his availability or lack thereof.
I just don't like him because he's lefty, and I don't know why. Lefty quarterbacks, I don't know if I don't think they're ever. I mean, yes, he led the league in passing last year,
Well, I mean, the offense has a lot
but
to
in
do
the
with it.
playoffs he clammed up. You know,
I mean, they had to play in cold weather and
Yeah.
it just didn't. And he's-
lefties in the cold. You know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
my
just-
take.
I'm
That's
not-
my take, and I'm standing.
I'm
It
not
looks
convinced
weird.
on
It just
Tua.
looks weird out there. You know,
It
from a
does look
technical
different. It does
perspective.
look different.
You know.
You know, your eye bags look a little different, and I think NCAA has been playing a little role in that.
And it's been a difficult relationship with NCAA 25 recently. If you listened in last week, I started my dynasty career as the offensive coordinator at San Jose State. We did okay. We did
Good
okay.
opening presser. He really had the boys going.
We
He
did
had
okay. We were
everybody on his
buzzing.
side. He had them behind his back. The fans were excited for
We
a
were
new
buzzing. We were
season.
recruiting. For some reason, I had to recruit for everybody, even the defense and the offense. I don't know why. I got out of that situation because it seemed a little toxic.
Oh.
I got the
Wait, immediately before the season, or you waited?
No, I
season?
waited till after the season. We went 9-4. We won the
Right.
fucking Potato Bowl. Whoop-de-doo. Right? I went to Marshall to take over the program. In the first year,
The herd.
we dropped 2 games, I think.
You lost 2.
I lost 2. No, I take this back. The first year, oh, man, it's all jumbling together.
Shout
I'll
out
be
Matthew
honest,
McConaughey.
I know I got to the playoff. I got to the college football playoff, even though I lost to Notre Dame. And that was where I opened up the rage quitting like I'm a 13-year-old. Right? We were playing too good. I had 2 contenders for the Heisman. Right? I had Cole Pennington.
Sounds like your
Cole Pennington and Tyshawn Chapman were both in the range for Heisman territory. Tyshawn Chapman was getting like 400 yards and 3 touchdowns a game. Right? Like, it was crazy numbers he was putting up.
Were you running the HB stretch?
No, play action read. It was wide open down the middle. And I had the guy who get it there. And yes, if I find a spammy play, I'm using it.
He's that guy.
And I will beat the computer 100-0. And I'll play for 40 seasons of that. Right? Like, that's
and he'll be happy about it too.
I played MLB 07 the show till 2048. My guy, every season, my player had 160 homers and like 400 something stolen bases because he would either hit a home run if I guessed the pitch right or he'd get walked. And I found a glitch in the game where you could lead off. They would try a slow pick and you could steal the base. So I would get walked and I would steal second, I would steal third, and I would steal home base every fucking time.
And he took time to do this. And it's like it's just a repetitive
and there should
motion.
be I think in a lot of people's brains they have this chip that tells you like this is old, this is boring, like you're doing the same thing. I don't have that chip, right? I will beat the computer over and over. I won't up the difficulty. I won't do any of that. I will beat it at the same clip over and over. It's just built different, I guess.
We love a man who knows what they're about, right?
But so far, it hasn't been going well because after I lost to Ohio State in the first round of the college.
Lowered?
No, this is my difficulty's fine. I double checked and I am at All-American still.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So I'm still playing All-American in college football. I've matured, as I mentioned.
You just one play the whole game.
I don't just use one play, right? I mix it up,
like
right?
3.
I know how the defense
run,
reacts,
toss,
right?
PA read.
But I lost my Heisman Trophy contender, and they won Best Player of the Year, Tyshawn Chapman. They both were seniors though, and my new guys are dog shit, bro. Like
you recruited them.
Yes, I did recruit him. I don't know the Ulrich guy, this quarterback. He's a speedy guy. He's like a 93 speed, and so like he doesn't have that great of an arm. So like the whole time I'm reading the defense and seeing like, can I run with him? And then he runs enough and he gets hit, and I'm not sliding, I'm not getting out of bounds. I should, but like that's all.
Sounds like a you problem.
That's all he's bringing to the table is his legs.
Then
right?
slide.
That's
preserve his legs.
No, I should, but like I can't really figure out how to slide.
What?
Game. Like
Google
I've done it successfully a couple. I'm not a Googler. Yeah,
you want to Google everything I talk about, but you don't want to Google how to be better at that shit. I got
principles here. You know, I learned on the fly. Right. It took me one full season to figure out how to kick the ball. Right, with power, right? I was kicking flubs the whole time. I thought I was just a shitty kicker, but it was me not understanding the game. Right?
Oh my goodness!
I like to learn on my own.
You are pretty bad at games, though.
But I'll beat your ass in this game. I've been playing it more than you.
I haven't even played it or any Madden.
I've been playing it more than you.
Years, and I'd smoke this fool.
Get out of here.
Quinn
with
Ewers.
Get out of here with that.
Dot.
Get out of here with that.
Dot.
But anyhow, yes, we now are 0-2. I have quit the game, the third game against Syracuse twice.
Syracuse?
Yeah. So I transferred into the ACC because of how good we were. I transferred conferences from the Sun Belt to the ACC, right? So now we have a much more difficult schedule for us, right? I also scheduled Notre Dame because they were the ones who beat us, and I wanted revenge on them. They beat us really bad for opening game, and I kept it through because I was like,
you played the game.
I'm never going to beat this.
You played the game. You didn't sim it.
I play everything. I'm not a simmer. No, but I've thought about this team is so bad, and my starting quarterback backup are bad enough. I've thought about simming this season, and I've had to have a real conversation, man in the mirror type discussion
with yourself.
Yeah. Well, who else would be in the mirror?
That's very true.
So yeah, I have had to do this quite a few times, and I've thought about it, and I might just sim the season and just focus on recruiting. I'm a good recruiter. I'm a very good recruiter. All my other my line, my interior, they're fine, but yeah, that's where we're at.
You know, when you were talking about having this conversation with yourself in the mirror, for a half a second I thought you said you were going to have this conversation with Courtney. And I was like, I don't think she cares.
She's so fucking fed up with hearing about this game. She is ready.
I think she's just mad you didn't pick Vanderbilt.
No, she's
you had multiple options.
She trust me, she's done with this game, dude. Like she's done with this game.
Shit, you don't even love me anymore.
No, she just does.
Courtney, if he's fucking up, you let me know, and I'll figure that shit out for you because.
She's done with it.
He knows better.
But, you know, I haven't played in 3 days because it's for legitimate. Like,
yeah.
I put the controller away. I just needed some time to revamp, right? Needed some time to think. Needed some time to internalize and figure out, is it time to sim the season or should I salvage it and try to make a bowl game? You know? That's where we're at. That's where we're at.
I kind of think you go for the bowl so you can recruit better.
You recruit every week.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you go to a bowl, wouldn't it look better to the recruits?
Actually, it's weird. I don't know. It's all about how you spend your hours, and we can go down the road.
I'd look it up, but he won't. So.
You know,
I want to be good at things I do. I don't want to just be shit and have to like be mad at things I want to do.
yeah.
I just can't believe you didn't even look up how to fucking slide or.
I know how to slide. I know it's square, but like they like leap before that sometimes, and like it works 30% of the time. So I don't know if I have to hold
It works 60%
square
of the time,
or if I have to
all
tap
the
it.
time.
I don't know. Double tap. I don't know how exactly to slide. It's double tap.
Yeah.
It's I'm like 90% sure it's double tap.
Yeah, that's probably it.
So
That's
you
probably
could have solved this with a 10-second Google.
That's cheap, man. That's cheap.
How is that cheap?
You probably did all the cheat codes too back in the day, didn't you?
In King Griffey Jr. Slugfest, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Grandma, break out the rye bread. Because we got a grand salami. That was the call. It was rye bread and mustard. It was like,
Yeah.
tell Grandma to get out the rye bread and mustard because we got a grand salami. I get the bases loaded. King Griffey would come up. You put in his own individual cheat code. It's like left, right, blah, 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 blah.
And he flies or something?
If you make contact with it, the ball just goes out no matter what.
That's cool.
You have to make contact, though, so some people fucked it up.
Yeah.
But you would just pick the Mariners and hope you get the bases loaded. And then he comes up. Oh, you hear that call is euphoric.
Yeah.
Euphoric.
Great. Cool. Bet that was a lot of fun.
Man,
I haven't
just
been
want to
having
make I just want to make a correction. I believe it's just a single tap.
single tap. I've
Yeah.
been single tapping.
I don't know. We can look.
I have
into
been
this.
single tapping.
I think he's long pressing and not single tapping.
I might be
don't know.
long pressing.
I don't know if
There's
that
a
makes
chance
a
because I'm mashing it. Yeah, that.
Oh, he's a
happens.
masher for sure.
I am a masher, and like I take
masher.
wear and tear on the controllers, and
He
I
is
think
wear
it's
and
starting to
tear.
get to that point where it's like bearing right. You know, that happens with every
Stiff
controller
drift.
that I have. It like
Stick
every,
drift.
it just sticking left, and it happens with every controller. I don't know how to fix it, but
It just happens.
yeah,
Stick drift is not fixable.
yeah.
Sir.
But speaking of crazy coaches, right? Did you see? We didn't talk about this. It happened a couple weeks ago. Did you see this Mike Gundy shit?
No,
So in real life,
Wait,
switching from the video game
not-
to real life.
I'm a man. I'm
No,
40.
no, not
but
that.
the same Mike Gundy though.
That same Mike Gundy. So he
Football
had
coach at
their
Oklahoma
star
State.
running back, Ollie Gordon, got a DUI in the offseason. And they asked Mike Gundy about it and about his punishment. And the man started defending DUIs. Like he started defending, like he goes, well, you know, when you think about the legal limit, right? Like in a man of his Ollie Gordon's like stature, right? Like it's about 3 or 4 beers to get home. He goes, and I've probably done that over 1,000 times in my life. He said that, and he started like defending, like he started riding and
Okay,
caping for his
okay.
player, and he said, and then the just the most chef's kiss Mike Gundy shit I've ever heard is he said, if there's going to be the only punishment that Ollie Gordon's going to get is I might hand the ball to him 50 times in the opening game.
Hey, let the law run its course. He might have broken the law, but that doesn't say that he can't come play at the fucking football team, bro.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm not defending DUIs, but I will say this. Oklahoma is such a trash-ass state. Here comes the biggest hater. Oklahoma is a shitty
is.
state.
I agree
There's
with that.
literally 1.5 good things about Oklahoma. One of them is casinos, and that's just the people that they've
And
all
those
pushed into the
casinos are
corner.
trash, dude.
Oh, yeah, they're pretty trash, but they're
The
still
ante
fun.
you have to pay an ante to play blackjack? Fuck
Listen,
out of here with that.
If I want to sit here and play
75 cents to play a hand and lose all of my money.
I want to play video roulette and get hit on by 75-year-old women's chain-smoking Virginia Slims.
You've been to the Choctaw.
I'm gonna go to fucking Windstar or Choctaw or somewhere in Oklahoma. I don't ever want to step foot in Oklahoma in my life, but you know, to gamble, I might fucking do it. Who knows? That's how degen we
It's
are.
the only reason to stop them.
And then they have medical marijuana, which is the other half reason, but they're all stupid anyway. So I don't know. But the moral of the story is their beers have less alcohol content than
They
beers
changed
in
that a
Texas.
couple
When did
years
that
ago.
happen?
That happened like 2 or 3 years ago. I know. I was on it.
Watered down bullshit beer.
Yeah. But
Oklahoma's-
you know the best thing to
maybe he
ever
wasn't
come out
used to
of
the
you know the
beer.
best thing to ever come out of Oklahoma? I-35 South. It's
Yeah, keep it going.
South, man.
Keep it rolling. And
Yes,
we're going to go right
dude.
through Fort Worth because we don't need
Yeah.
to be there either.
No, we don't.
And we'll find
We don't.
another way. You end up in Waco, lock your doors.
Keep
but
going-
it's
keep
all
going
right.
through
Yeah,
Waco.
You don't want to go to Waco.
Unless you're a Chip and Joanna fan, and then you can come down.
Well,
See
even
something
then, you're
else.
going to get overcharged for a wooden spoon, and that's on you.
Yeah,
but
but it looks adorable. Yes. So
shout out Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Yeah, Mike Gundy.
No disrespect
Mike
to
Gundy,
a power
though,
couple.
Mike Gundy's a lunatic.
Mike Gundy's awesome.
Like-
He grew the mullet for his players. He defends his players with all he's got. As misguided as it may be, he's going. That's the guy you want to play for. You know what I mean? You don't want to play for the stuck-up guy.
In this day and age, man, I'd go play for him. Be like, oh, he
wouldn't want you. He wouldn't want you.
I mean, he'd want the vibes. Yeah, I was a good locker
You
room
don't
guy.
bring the vibes.
I was a good locker room guy.
You bring
yeah.
no vibes,
Yeah.
no aura,
Keep
no
the
vibes.
locker room light. You know, keep it. You know, fake
then in practice,
some intensity when we need
stop.
to. Oh, get the fuck out of here! You don't
retching
know me.
everywhere,
You
and
don't
he's
know
like,
me.
Casey, "Get off the fucking turf, Casey! You're in the way." That's exactly what he'd be yelling at you.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Because he
No idea
blacks
what he's
out and
talking
throws
about.
up every time. That's why.
No. Just in the early mornings. I don't like morning practice. But
Welcome back, bitches.
there we go.
Yeah, we're back in this thing, baby. We're out
Oh,
here.
yes.
And we have a couple of things we want to talk about before we get into HGH, because HGH is, of course, our baby.
Yes.
but
a consistent segment.
There's some other
But
things
the
happening
National was
in
this weekend, man.
the hobby.
The hobby, right? It was a big weekend for the hobby. Big weekend for the hobby. The National happened. We weren't able to go. We weren't able to join in Cleveland.
So all the
This is the
coolest
National Sports
people
Card Convention.
in the nation, maybe the world, I don't know. They picked up all their cards, they put them in a luggage box, and they said, "I'm going to rent a table at this place, and we're going to go meet up, and we're going to get really drunk at night, and we're going to sell cards, we're going to buy cards."
And everybody there seems to worship Gary Vee. No,
If you don't know who Gary Vee is, he's
Yeah.
an influencer
Gary
for
Vee.
sports marketing, for cryptocurrency, for card collecting. He's a very positive influence.
he's a pro content creator type
He
guy.
very much
right?
so is. And,
Which content
and
creators,
I have
right?
nothing negative to say about Gary Vee like that. He's finding his algorithm. He's finding his rhythm. Like, do
great
your
at it.
thing,
He's the
bro.
master.
You're better at all that shit than I am.
And this,
so.
I mean, the National seems like his little like love child. Like it seems right now for me,
He's
getting
very
it from the
generous,
vantage
though.
point.
Realistically,
he
though,
really
Gary Vee
is.
is
Like
really
he's
generous.
hopping on people's live streams
He
on the big
donates
table.
money. He does a lot of
Donates
things
a
for
lot of
things
money,
he believes in.
but he encourages people to get out there and do your own thing. And I think that's a good message. That's what we've done here at the Degenerators, right?
doing our
But
thing.
you know,
Little
the
thug dizzle.
convention looks like just almost like a bunch of people just walking with their own cameras around. I wonder how many people walked into each other with cameras.
pretty
Right?
sick, dude.
Like it just cameras rolling everywhere,
But
and
the
like
reach-
24/7 and little microphones talking to each other. And then like, I would be so pissed off at the amount of people trying to do the trade up challenge.
I wouldn't give a fuck.
That seems so annoying to me. Like I get
You
it
know
with
what's
the
really
kids
annoying
doing
to
it.
me?
but-
What really grinds my gears is when people get mad about other people doing things that don't affect them in the slightest. Like,
But
being
what if-
mad at a trade-up challenge. Holy fuck, let somebody have some fun at a show. You don't got to see that video. Pass that shit.
But if the
You don't
dude's
like
30,
the
like,
Degenerators,
give
pass
it
the
up,
shit.
you know?
If the dude's 30, give it up. Yeah, okay.
I think
well,
so.
We're
Coming
past
up
that
because
point.
basically they're asking for like, hey, give me a card worth more money than the one I
As
have.
long as they don't mention it to the
like,
guy
okay,
who's...
dude, for no fucking
Listen,
reason.
But that's not part of the game, so they're not playing the game correctly. A trade-up challenge, you don't go up and say, hey, I'm doing a trade-up challenge, will you help me? You go up and you make the trade, you negotiate. You find somebody who's willing to take the card from you and give you a different card or different cards, whatever it is. The trade-up challenge is not going
I would
up to
respect
somebody.
it. I would,
That's a low-key
I would
beggar.
I would respect it that way. The way that I've seen 100 people do it is walking up like, hey, I'm doing the trade up challenge. What do you got for this Sam Howell base card? Second year.
I would hope
Like-
that before...
like,
I would hope that before
it's
they ask that
trash,
question,
dude.
they've either already talked to the person and had that interaction,
Yeah.
or they're just so aloof, and that's fine. There are people that are ignorant and aloof out there.
Yeah.
Just ignore them.
Yeah.
Don't be so mad. Don't let it get you worked up, brother.
I think you should
Our
call
blood
it out.
pressure's already high. We
I
don't
think you
need to
should
make
be
it higher.
mad. Be mad. If you want to be mad, be fucking mad, dude. Like
I'm the biggest
be
hater,
mad.
but don't be mad.
I mean, you can be mad. if you
Hate
want.
all you want, but
it's a
being
regular
angry
emotion.
only takes energy from you.
Yeah.
all right?
Well, some other things that I noticed at the convention. A lot of people were walking through some of the cool exhibits that were out there. One of them was this guy that recently got his Michael Jordan, like really nice Michael Jordan rookie cards autographed. They were by Michael Jordan. Wait, Scottie Pippen.
Spud Webb,
Who do you think he got him
Kareem
autographed for?
Abdul-Jabbar,
Yeah.
Tim Duncan,
No, he
your mama's father.
he got him autographed, but I think personally, I mean, this guy, I think it's 10 different cards that all Jim Mint tinned, and they tinned on the auto, obviously, because he had this auto signed. It doesn't show up well. In my opinion, you can't read the autos very well. I hate to nitpick a guy's like $100 million investment, right?
Shit.
But in my opinion, I think I would be a little upset. Like, why not bring a silver marker, right? You're paying $1 bazillion for Michael Jordan himself to autograph all your cards.
There are people who literally do this as a profession. They contact athletes and they say, hey, will you have a signing session with me? I'll pay you $10,000. And then they go and solicit everybody on the internet or everybody they can. Hey, what do you want signed by this person? I'm going to charge $250 or $500 per autograph. Here's the different options of pins you have. They're set up. They're ready to go. Maybe this guy wasn't built like that. He wanted to do it all on his own. That's fine.
I
But
think
do
I think he used those people heavily. Like
I follow a
he
guy,
paid
though.
a shit ton of money and got this set up. Like,
There's people who, like on a Peyton Manning Bronco
this wasn't an
card,
underdog story.
It's either...
That's what I'm saying.
Well, 100 mil, it better not be.
I don't think he
It could
paid.
be.
I think he turned down that offer. So the guy's not hurting.
You can bring 3 fucking Sharpies to a signing. And if you can't do that, then you're the one who's ruining your own investment. And fuck you, I don't care. At that point, it doesn't bother me whatsoever, and I hope you lose money because of it. But
The cards are still nasty. I mean, in that case, like
I'll never
a
own
Jordan
anything.
86. You'll never own a
I'm
Jordan?
sure somebody could.
Come on, you'll get a Jordan one day.
That guy could trade
Jordan
one of those
rookie?
cards, one of those Michael Jordan autographed PSA 1010 cards, and trade it for my life, and I'd be dead. So it doesn't matter. I'm worth less than any one of 1/10 of his
I
fucking
disagree with
cards.
that. I disagree with
There
that.
are a million
Jesus
people out there who
Christ,
would
Derek.
kill me for $10 million,
Yeah.
and I do not blame you one
That-
fucking bit. That sounds smart to me. If you can either get away with it or bribe the judge, I don't care.
Yeah.
Use me.
Well,
Make your money.
yeah.
But not like that. Oh, that sounds bad.
Jesus. Go off, man.
Whatnot
Well-
or OnlyFans?
You know, well, one thing I did want to say, one last piece about the National. Next year it's in Chicago. It was in Cleveland this year.
Chicago.
Next year it's back in Chicago. That's where they normally do it. It seems like there were some traffic issues this year because
stuff
they were
going
doing
on
it
in Chicago.
downtown in Cleveland this year.
Fuck Cleveland.
And now it's in Chicago, but they do it in the burbs. They do it right.
Mm-hmm.
And next year we're going to be there. We
We're
are
gonna
going to
be
be there.
there.
We will be there.
As the Degenerators,
Mark
but
my words.
also,
No, as Golden Frog.
well, I'm going to be there on both fronts.
That's
so
right, yeah.
Either way, I'm
Yes.
going to be a Degenerator showing up for my people at Golden Frog.
If you don't know, if you're not aware, not watching this on Apple Podcasts, right? I think that's the only place where Golden Frog's listed anywhere adjacent to the Degenerators, but that's our parent. We are presented by Golden Frog. You know,
that is the
that is
company
my
behind
company,
us.
right? And about to hit that into high gear, and you know, be on the lookout. We'll have some announcements around maybe some breaks, maybe some single shows, maybe some whatnot shows, maybe some Instagram
The
live
Golden
shows,
Frog
maybe
Wax
something.
House type beat.
I'm a working title. I don't know if that's.
No,
just,
I
you
mean,
know,
that just sounds
do you like?
tight.
I thought about making it Wax House, like HAUS. You know, like the German.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you
I
know,
mean,
like a beer house. Yeah,
I
you
feel
know,
it.
a
I
little
feel
different.
it.
A little
Texas,
different.
a lot of German influence. It's cool.
You know,
a little bratwurst. Little.
But no, it's something I'm really excited about, passionate about. We're gonna get this rolling.
Oh, we'll be at the National.
couldn't be more. And that's the fuck yeah, we'll be at the National.
And you know what'll be sick?
Repping Degenerators.
Is if
dude.
we have
we might have merch
in
by
between
then.
behind us, filming us at the National, asking people, "Hey, I have the trade up challenge. What are you gonna give me for
Yeah,
this nut
we'll
cheese
let
rookie
Matthew
card?"
do the trade up challenge to people.
Yeah,
Just-
he actually. I would.
Hey.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I would put it in Frankie's hands.
Yeah?
You look at that face right there. There's nobody that would deny him if he goes, "Hey, I'm here to do the trade up challenge. Can you help me, please?" Anybody would give Frankie whatever the fuck he wants.
I wouldn't say no to Frankie. I'm not gonna lie.
You can't.
You can't.
I don't think you have.
I agree.
Never would. Never have.
I agree.
Now, if you don't know, Matthew looks a little like Henry Cavill, so people might just freeze in his presence. So, I don't know. He looks like he could be a double on The Witcher. So,
This seems like a Frankie situation.
yes, this is a Frankie thing. And if you want to start a conversation, it's going to be with Frankie. So, obviously, we're giving him.
We'll
the
just
go-ahead.
have Matthew track down Gary V.
Yeah.
Get me next to that guy.
Yeah, then-
I got you.
What's up,
They were taking
fuckheads?
off.
How y'all doing? You know.
Oh my god.
That's him. That's him.
I thought that was you.
That's
but
Gary.
If it was
Gary
him, that's
V.
fine.
What's up, fuckers? I'm fucking awesome.
He sounds like. Oh my god. All right.
Sounds like a
It sounds
Elmo.
like a cartoon.
Elmo.
Yeah, like-
Yeah.
Elmo went rogue.
He's got
in some
Elmo vibes in my
cryptocurrency
opinion.
and
But let's get to HGH. What a week last
what
week it was.
is HGH?
What a week for HGH gambling picks. You know, that's one. If you missed the beginning, I don't know how you're watching it now, but we make picks with our heads. We make picks with our hearts.
Oh,
I fucked
you don't
you up on that.
HHG. Wow, Andy.
Yeah, I fucked. Got him.
Wait,
got
rewind.
him.
Rock that shit. Cut that shit. Go again. Start over.
You make picks with our guts.
Okay, that's not starting over. All right, one more time. Ready? Count
yes,
us down.
yes.
3, 2, 1.
We make picks with our heads. We make picks with our guts. We make picks with our hearts, and we see which one sucks less. And right now, overall, it's pending tomorrow.
No, right now. What is happening overall? Right this very moment. Sir.
You're a half game ahead of me. Right?
Oh, I'm ahead. I'm
But
winning. Just like
you're
the
a half
Astros
game,
in the
a
division.
half game ahead, and
But he celebrates the Astros being a half game ahead. But when I'm a half game ahead, it's a problem. Double standard.
well, we'll see where it is at 10 a.m. tomorrow, brother. We'll see where it is then.
That's fine. You enjoy watching your what is it again?
3-on-3 basketball. The women's
3-on-3.
women's 3-on-3
Olympic
basketball. USA. We're out in this ball. We need to win by 5.5 over Germany.
5.5 over Germany in a 3v3. I know nothing about that tournament, but I always root for USA.
Yeah.
But fuck Matt, so I don't give a shit.
You rooting for Germany?
I hope USA wins by 4.
You know who else?
I hope USA wins by 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Best of
Wow,
both worlds.
Jazz Chisholm just
So-
breaking news. Jazz Chisholm just hit a home run for the Yankees.
No, he didn't. Did he really?
Yeah, got a fantasy alert.
Boy, hell yeah. Oh yeah, that's your guy.
But yeah.
You want me to go first since I lost? Is that how that goes?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Losers lead.
I lost. He didn't win.
Losers
That's
lead.
just how it works.
He was
I had a
0-3.
bad week.
I'm 0-2 so far.
Give a fuck
I
about
will
this
be.
guy. You're 2-0.
2-0. I will be 3-0.
All right. So for my head pick, there is in the Olympics right now. There's a feel-good story, and it's South Sudan. I'm just going to cut to the chase. They became a country, in 2012, 2014. They've already made a big splash in international basketball, losing to the U.S. team by 1, all because of King James, who represent King James.
Yeah. And a missed foul call at the end of that game.
There's a lot that happened there. Yep. But they're literally the spread on the... So they're supposed to play the U.S. men's basketball team. Literal rematch. No different players, no different anything. And the spread is 30.5.
Right.
There's also another factor in there leading me to this pick. Royale Ivy is the head coach of the South Sudan basketball team. If you don't know who Royale Ivy is, he's a University of Texas.
Wait, Royale Ivy's on the team? I didn't realize
he's not
that.
on the team. He's the head coach.
Yeah,
and Luol Deng is the president of the basketball.
I knew Luol Deng was
there.
president. I didn't realize Royale Ivy.
Yeah, Royale
That's
Ivy.
Awesome.
When we were growing up, Royale Ivy was a force on the team. He's a great defender, crazy energy, and that's what he's bringing to South Sudan. Is they're bringing everything.
He was there in the TJ Ford days, right?
Yeah, or just like a little bit after, right in there, yeah. But he's bringing that energy. He's bringing that to the team. And South Sudan, a country who's not even a decade older, is a decade old at this point, is making waves in an Olympic contest. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think they're going to cover the spread. There's no way they'll allow themselves to get beat by 30. Can the U.S. do it? Sure, I think they can. But I think that South Sudan has too much pride and Royal Ivy has too much moxie.
It's a feel-good story, and Derek's rooting against America again. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked that you're rooting against America.
It's against the spread, like 30
I'm shocked.
points.
In that same game, I'll do my head pick.
Are you shocked?
I'll do my
head
head
pick. Are you shocked?
In that same game,
shocked
I also have that same game for my head. Kevin Durant goes over 14.5. They ain't playing, dude. They are going to wash the fucking floor of the South Sudan.
So you don't think Jason Tatum getting more minutes is going to affect Kevin Durant at all?
I don't give a shit, dude.
Kevin Durant needs
Kevin Durant needs 8 minutes. He'll put about 15 points, dude.
I like Kevin Durant.
He's been
once again another Longhorn.
He's been on fire.
He loves the Longhorns. He loves the Longhorns too.
I did love the Longhorns when Kevin Durant was there. He's one of my favorite players, and that's not changed. I own one basketball jersey. It's Kevin Durant on the Nets. The Nets.
Boys doing tricks on that shit right now.
Shut the hell.
Shout out TikTok algorithm.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna go to my gut pick, and this one is solely despite it's Caseytime because I was very upset with him with the HGH stuff that was going on, and just the general
sore loser, if you will,
of the jabroni that's sitting to my left. So I found a way to bet against Ludwig Aberg. And it's the fucking best thing I've ever done. I feel like when I did it, my soul like elevated. It left me, but it like elevated. I was seeing it, and it was like, I knew what had to be done. So Colin Morikawa is gonna beat Ludwig Aberg head up in the Olympics because Ludwig goes one round, and that's it. He's a one pump chump. And then he just falls all the way to the end. So fuck you, Ludwig.
His name is Ludwig Aberg.
Ludwig, suck it.
Ludwig Aberg.
Eat it.
All right, for my gut pick, I've got FC Dallas 3-way money line over Juarez in the League Cup. They've been playing pretty well.
Oh, they beat Puma with the red card in the first half. They beat Puma.
That was Austin FC.
That's what you have here.
Nope. I have
FC Dallas. Oh, so he's
Same
betting
state.
against the fucking good guys. FC Dallas is
Oh,
trash.
I'm sorry. Are you a big Juarez fan? Juarez is the team they're playing.
Juarez has the cool.
Are you a big Juarez fan, or is Juarez the good guys?
It's black, it's orange, and I think it's green. They have a really, really cool jersey. Yes.
So
and
Juarez
FC
is
Dallas
the good guys.
Is trash as fuck. Yeah.
Okay.
They bring us drugs. Grow up.
You're not wrong.
My heart pick, full of cholesterol and McDonald's, because this I am betting for the United States here, but it wouldn't be on a men's team. No way could I do that. It's going to be on the women's soccer team, who actually is a good team as well, traditionally.
Dennis Rodman's daughter.
She's fucking Trinity Rodman.
And
Trinity
Dansby Swanson's wife.
And what's his name?
Mallory
There's a
Swanson.
lot of people out there who are a lot of good
Connected.
athletes on the team.
A lot of notable names.
A lot of names on there. It's a 23 and under team, other than like 3 names. But
I don't think that's the same. No.
I thought it is the same.
I don't think so.
The Olympics have the same rules because the World Cup is different, so they go against it. Either way, I have the U.S. women winning, and they're going to score over 1.5 goals. I think they're playing New Zealand or one of those teams. They've already scored 2 goals in every game they've played. They don't shy away from goals, and I think they'll hold up their end of the bargain.
Wait, so that's 1.5. That's more than 1.5 goals for them.
USA. So they have to win.
So it's a team total 1. So they have to. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering that if they won 1. Yeah.
If they won 1-0, I lose in that regard.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant. But it's your heart. Yeah. For my heart, I am going with Ludwig Aberg. Ludwig Aberg.
Like
this is a 3 balls bet because I got
3 balls bet.
So it's your golfer versus 2 others, right? It's a group of 3 balls.
John Rahm's in that group.
Yep. John Rahm is.
So is Morikawa, right?
And so is Morikawa.
Yeah,
you got
you're
it.
Fucked.
Plus 185.
Fucked.
plus 185. He's doing it. This is the Olympics. This is where Ludwig.
The only thing he's
Ludwig
doing is pooping his pants after the
He's
first round.
showing
Like
the
he
fuck
does every
out.
tournament. The
He's-
U.S. Open, he was leading
Please,
after round
Ludwig,
one, and then
please,
he ended
shut
up in like
this-
40th
Shut
place.
this loser up, bro.
He's right
Like,
next to me, and he can't do it himself. So just tell him to stand up and do it.
I mean,
Stand up and do it. It'll make great content. I'm looking right at the camera. Do whatever you need. All right, cool.
oh, you're.
Thanks.
such
One,
a
he's not an athlete, but that's one athlete I could beat up. Is it's Caseytime.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were gonna say Ludwig. I appreciate. You
Oh,
calling me-
absolutely him too.
I
wouldn't,
appreciate you
though.
calling me an athlete. You could not touch Ludwig.
He's
Ludwig, trust me. I've met the guy in person. He autographed a hat for my wife.
This is crazy. This is the most I've ever seen this man glaze in a 20-minute period. He's literally just doing tricks on this shit.
Hey, rack
talking
him
about
tight.
Livy
Rack
Dunn,
him
Baby
tight.
Gronk even. Like,
Rack him
he...
tight,
Elriz.
I-
Elriz.
I love Ludwig Obeg, and you can call it whatever you want. I don't call it glazing. Yeah, it's personally not
Yeah,
my. That's not my opinion.
You
what
don't call it
but,
glazing. You call it a gift.
I'm comfortable.
Anyways, the
You
way
go
I do
for
my
it.
HGH is, or my juice, we do our juice parlay after
He
HGH.
does it like a moron every time. He's
I
never gonna
had
hit
3
it.
picks at the end of it because my HGH is going to hit every week. Even if everyone goes 0-3, it hits. So all of it's going to hit. He picks 6 new things, which is
The
almost
way
impossible
the juice
to-
parlay is supposed to work. I think I know.
No, I stack. I game stack.
Who thought
Most
of this?
bettors.
Who thought of
Most
this?
bettors who have to prop bet. Because we're prop betting. We live in Texas. We can't take straight lines like that, so we're prop betting. Fuck all that. Anyways,
Brazil?
okay, so to add on to all the HGH picks you already heard, I got my boy Xander Schauffele in his tournament matchup against Scotty Scheffler. That one is a tough one. I once again voted.
You got to bank on the fact that Scotty probably doesn't care about the Olympics. Schauffele,
just so consistent.
gold medal winner last year
And
or last Olympics.
He's coming off of a huge win. I think he's going to try and do it again. So had to take him.
playing good golf.
Had to take him. He's the most consistent golfer out there right now, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have,
He watches no golf.
I'm a true American, and you don't believe that, but Puerto Rico, a territory of the United States, is in the Olympics.
Rooting for them harder than you're rooting for your own team.
Fuck yeah, because they deserve it. We gave them paper towels and left. That's what we did. So Puerto Rico, shout out you. Shout out all the beautiful people of Puerto Rico. The culture, I don't know about the food. The food's, it's okay. But everything else about Puerto Rico is amazing. And I think that both of their
trying to
teams...
raise up a chick that he met.
No, she wouldn't watch this shit if she was Puerto Rican, brother. What I have them is both of their basketball teams in their very next game, so the men and the women beating the spread. The women play Spain, and it's like a 22-point dog. I just think that they keep fighting for it.
22 and a half. Yep.
Yeah, and then the men, who do the men play? It's Serbia, I think. I think it's Serbia.
yeah,
'cause
yeah.
They're in the same group. But
Well,
I think...
they're playing Jokic. Yeah.
Yeah, but Jokic is uninterested, obviously. And then Jose Alvarado, when he has the ball in his hand, he's magic. And they have also Tremont Waters. I think they score enough points to cover a 17-point dog. 17-point dog, I think they'll be all right.
Okay.
That dog will hunt.
Okay. 17 and a half. To be clear on that.
So I'd have to get 17 points.
Yeah.
If they go 18, I don't get it. So it's 17. Thank you for telling the people how it works.
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
Fuckface.
I mean, it's a parlay. It's a parlay.
It's a juiced parlay.
It is a
That
parlay.
shit's juiced like
For
a
my
motherfucker.
juice this week,
Pineapple juice.
I'm pretty excited
Tastes
about
better.
it because I've got a few things happening. I got Nashville money line, Nashville soccer money line in the League Cup. I also have Cruz Azul
I bet
winning.
on them before and you made fun
They're
of it.
playing
So
Charlotte.
What's your deal now? What's your deal
I
now?
didn't make fun of that. Cruz
You
Azul.
definitely did. You made fun of every pick of
It's the
the
Liga. It's the Liga MX. Like
What colors are the
Yankees?
jerseys?
Blue,
And then what else? What's their secondary color?
yellow.
No, it's red and white.
Whatever, dude.
Piece of
Whatever.
shit.
No, it's blue. They're Cruz
No,
Azul. They're
it's blue, red, and white.
I think Azul means blue, dude.
Yes,
yeah.
that's their number one color, but red
Yeah.
and white are the second two.
Okay.
Frankie, that's where you come in. Cruz
All
Azul.
right.
Soccer jerseys.
I've got them winning. They're beating Charlotte FC in the the League Cup. Got USA men's basketball minus 30.5 because they get there. This is a different team. They've been woken up by the South Sudan. It's a feel-good story and all, but they're crushing souls.
Points.
They are crushing souls. After that, I've got Sweden versus Slovenia handball, men's handball. I've got the over 57.5 goals. I love handball. It's just a great sport to watch. I also have Spain versus Japan handball under 59.5. Right? That's it.
Why?
Most games.
Why
have
do you
been-
think that's going to happen?
I just feel
Let
like
me know the research you've used for that.
it's just gut feeling. Yeah. I just feel
It's
like
your
it's gonna
gut
be.
feeling.
I feel like that's a high over under. I've watched a lot of this
How
stuff.
many have Japan scored before in Germany?
I haven't been. I
okay.
didn't look up any of this. I just made a pick, made a gut call,
Cool.
and one of us has been making better gut calls lately.
Neither of us have hit our juice, so no, not really.
USA women's soccer, I have them on the money line just
And I'm
against,
still in the lead right
against
now.
Australia.
So
Plus
crazy.
42. And fun fact about all of these picks for me, they all happen tomorrow, Wednesday.
Which, oh,
The show comes out on Tuesday, so
I was like, it's fucking Monday, dude. Chill.
no shit, dude.
I don't think I got that lit yet, brother.
That's just how
supposed to be at
releases
work, if
and,
that's the case,
it's how
but,
releases and shows work. You know, it's Monday for us, but for
I
them
show
it's
up and
Tuesday.
I talk shit and I go home.
You know,
I
you
don't
got to
know
get in
how
the
this
mindset of, bro, it's Tuesday right now.
works, But it's not. It's Monday.
It's Tuesday
shit
for
to do
them.
tonight.
It's Tuesday for them, bro.
Anyways, Tuesday for the Degens.
Degens, and we appreciate all the Degens.
Hey, don't forget, Degen of the week. Who's
Degen
going to
of the
step up
week.
and take
And
that shit this week?
It's very clear. Most interactions.
Most interactions.
That means likes. That means comments. That means shares. To
Can
your
we
story.
win back to back or no?
That means all platforms.
Yeah. If you comment on TikTok because you're weird and that's all
That'll
you
be
have,
a
that's
gut
fine.
call. Yeah, I don't know how many Tim
Back to
Tebow
backs,
cards I can
like-
get from my sister if she keeps killing it there.
And just
But we appreciate the sport. Keep blowing it up. You know, let's go.
We
Let's
can
get
find
these
our
going.
other cards.
Oh, also shout out to Kyle Rose. We put that little Easter egg in.
Kyle Rose.
He was our first Degen of the week, and he
Yeah.
has yet to
so I
to
get my
find that
card
Easter
back?
egg. It's in a team bag for
I
him.
get my card.
I'm
Fuck you,
waiting.
Kyle.
I'm
It's been a
waiting.
whole
He
week.
he tends to watch it in chronological. You know, he
He
watches
has
each.
until this show goes on the line. Right now.
I don't know. About
That's a whole fucking week.
I think
brother.
I think this could be a running joke. We just let it set, and like, does he ever watch episode 8?
Oh, we're just gonna
You know,
let the
like,
guy
does-
slide. We're
yeah.
just gonna let. No, that's not what Degens do. Is we get
Okay,
people
okay.
in this shit.
Episode 23. If it gets past episode 23 and Kyle Rose has not watched it, I don't think he's gonna watch it, and I will return your Ellie De La Cruz.
23.
And I will keep
so
my
we're
Florida
giving him a
Belgrade.
pass. He watched one of the first 5. That's a guarantee.
He
We
said
know
he'd
that.
watched every minute on episode 6.
So episode 6. So now we're gonna extend it from 6 episodes. We're gonna give him all the way to 23.
Do you want your
What is
Ellie back
wrong
to
with
hold?
you, bro?
Hey, I'm a generous guy.
Fucking.
I think I have faith in Rosie.
Jiminy crickets.
He'll watch before then, but you know he knows what he is. He'll know that
I'm
one.
just saying that's a long fucking grace period.
I'm a generous guy.
He murdered somebody, but I think in a year and a half he'll be better.
I mean,
Fuck all that, bro.
I wanted to watch worse than anybody, but he didn't murder anybody. But, you know,
You
anyhow,
don't know that. You don't know
anyhow, we will see if he watches this. Then you know we will see at some point if Rose ever watches
Shout out
this.
to our. We also had something happen this weekend. Our first Degenerators fan club meetup.
That's right. Yeah, with our
We,
biggest fan Reese, who never watches the show.
Yeah,
So,
fuck you, Reese, but
Fuck
you make some
Reese.
good ass food, dude.
That was really good barbecue.
Reese smoked a lot of meat, like he smokes poles.
Yeah.
And it was delicious.
Yeah.
Brisket, chicken, sausage.
Everything, man.
He
The works.
smoked cream cheese. He smoked
Yeah,
jalapeno
poppers. Yes,
Dude, it was
bacon
crazy.
wrapped honey buns. We had.
Bacon wrapped honey buns.
Yeah,
yeah.
my man's
we
been
looked
hitting
like
all
we
the
eat
viral
bacon-wrapped
stuff.
honey
Yeah,
buns,
and we did, and they were
absolutely.
delicious.
Oh,
and
they
I'll
were
eat them
fucking
again.
so
I'll do
great.
it again. I'm not
Also,
worried
shout
about
out to Travis, who actually does watch the podcast.
He does.
And he does comment, and he is around. He was on our live stream even.
Yeah, number
So,
2. He was number 2 for DJ.
Yeah, absolutely. Travis has been sticking around, so shout
Yeah.
out to him. I got one more shout out, even though he's not gonna hear this, but he'll never hear the end of it. A shout out Edward, somebody
Edward.
I work with.
Hell yeah, Edward.
Edward definitely listened and he tuned in. I don't know if he's gonna do it again, and if he does, we'll see. We'll see. I'll know when I get back to work.
We'll know. We'll know.
figure it out.
But we love y'all. We appreciate you. Whoever you are out there, you don't have to know us to watch, and just let us know. Give us some love if let us know what you think. But hey, we will see y'all next week.
We're the Degenerators.
We
This
are the
was brought to you by
Degenerators.
In Between Productions.
Yes, and Golden Frog
and
LLC.
Golden Frog LLC. And
That's
last
right.
thing, fuck you, baby.
Wow, that was aggressive. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a wrap. I didn't even see this fucking.
So that guy just got released from the Nippon Hand Fighters. The
From
Nippon, Nippon Hand Fighters in Japan.
So wait, what's the deal with these guys?
Kyle. Oh, you weren't here last week.
Oh yeah. So we